Win Percy. Where does he feel the race can be won or lost?
In brakes, tyres, getting a combination of braking power and tyre grip.
As far as Donington's concerned, what's the fastest part of the circuit and how fast are you going?
Well, the Kramer curves feel as if they're the fastest. They're not, to be honest with you. I suppose we're knocking on the 150 mark as we come down the end of the straight into the chicane.
And that's quick by anybody's standards. The pace car, what else but a TWR Jaguar XJ-S? Win Percy starts in number 2, sharing with Chuck Nicholson. Walkinshaw shares with Hans Heyer. Calderari with Schlesler, the starter there. Soper in the Rover, 4th fastest. Weaver in 25. Armin Hahn in 27. And away they go on the warming up lap, weaving to warm the tyres. Tyres indeed could be the deciding factor in this race. If you started off with too soft a mix, you're going to be in for an early change and problems from the word go. The pace car comes round, and it's Jaguars into the lead. Walkinshaw tucks himself away there. Win Percy into 2nd place, and trying for 3rd, it's Schlesler, and alongside him there, Jeff Allen. Into Redgate Corner, Percy clearly streaks off down the hill towards the old hairpin. Already Tom Walkinshaw is pulling out a commanding lead, but is dogged every lap by Win Percy right behind him. The Jaguars have every intention of building up as much lead as they can, and through Coppice they're obviously hustling away from the Rover now, which is some 100 yards or so behind. Their need is great because they have to make an extra pit stop. There goes the 3rd car in the team, as into park once more comes Walkinshaw in the lead. The Scotsman knows that for the first time, he's got a strong team of cars behind him. Percy is every bit as quick, and the 3 Jaguars are right on pace and close together. As a result of a puncture at 20 laps, number 2, Win Percy, is hustling along now in 5th place and trying to get back onto the Jaguar winning train. 50 laps. And the Jaguars 1st, 2nd and 3rd. Into the pits comes Chuck Nicholson with a puncture on the near side front of Jaguar number 2. They make this the last scheduled stop, change the wheels, refuel and change of driver. Back into the car, Win Percy, and now everything to go for, with a car that is healthy and brakes that are working. He's back in 4th place, the race led by Jaguar number 3, in the hands of Enzo Calderari. So, Win Percy, wheel change complete, goes back into the race. 115 laps, and the leading Jaguar of Calderari runs out of brakes at Park Hairpin. Hardly any brake at all causes the car to go down the escape road and come immediately to the pits. Hans Heyer is also in trouble. Rear brakes only, and no way to stop from 150 miles an hour. This car also is a pit visitor to limp on with failing brakes to the finish. 45 years old Vince Woodman in the lead with car number 25. Chasing after him, Win Percy with Jaguar number 2. And running out of brakes again, Jaguar number 1. And it's Woodman now with right hard on his tail, Win Percy with the Jaguar, about to take the lead once more. Accelerating up the hill then, towards Coppice and along the straight, Percy essays to take back the lead in the race that he wants to make his own. 5.3 litres of Jaguar power comes on song, and he sails past the BMW into the lead as they go towards Park. So the 40 years old Weymouth motor trader takes the lead in the Donington 500, up Coppice Wood there and into McLean's Corner. Out of McLean's and away towards Coppice Corner, pulling away all the time from the BMW. V12 Jaguar on song and in the lead, but the winner, Win Percy and Chuck Nicholson in the Jaguar XJ-S at 84.37 miles per hour for the 504 kilometers. James Weaver and Vince Woodman second in the BMW, Quester and Stuck third, Grano and Muller fourth, and Schlesser and Calderari a fine fight back to 5th place with the second of the Jaguars, with Walkinshaw finishing 9th. A delighted Win Percy climbs from the car to join Chuck Nicholson for the presentation by Tom Wheatcroft, the man who brought motor racing back to Donington.
Win Percy, winner of the Donington 500. How was the race for you?
Well, I think the biggest compliment to the car is the fact that I can only say that the last lap the car was as strong and as good as the first lap, apart from maybe a little heat in the tyres and things like that. The brakes were good, the car was running absolutely perfectly.
You had no problems at all during the race?
Well, we had a tyre problem, to be honest with you. Unless you've ever experienced it, losing front wheel weights on a racing wheel is quite unbelievable. The shudder and shake that goes through the car. I pitted early on because of that, and I thought we had a major problem, but it was only wheel weights. Once we corrected that, and Chuck had a puncture later on, that was our only problems. But luckily, the puncture, we made that a pit stop anyway, so we didn't lose out again.
Okay, and this is your first win for Jaguar. Must be very satisfying.
Well, let's hope we can find some more for you.
Okay, fine.